was the only local player that was playing regular in the national team with all our pain in our sure. So I remember them telling me that what are you still doing playing local football? And when I went to Ivan, and Ivan said to me, yeah, you're getting influenced by Pinar and Abopeni because now all of a sudden now you want to go overseas. And bear in mind that the reason that I went to Orlando Pirates is because I saw other players going overseas before me. So I thought if I perform well there, the chances are I will go overseas. Yeah. And when that didn't happen, and that's when the public didn't know anything about it because those were boardroom fights. Sure. And you know, you get called to a meeting, and then when you get there, they'll tell you that Ivan is not there, but you can actually see the car that is there. And that time there was no Uber, so there was no way. So they tell you that Ivan is not there, so I had to sit and wait, and then I'll be late for training. And then they'll send me back to training, and when I go to training, Kroll will tell me that I'm late for training, then I must go to the office. Yeah. So it was just that thing every time. Sometimes I'll go to training, they'll tell me to go home. And when I do go home, the next day I'll see on the newspaper that I went AWOL. Shit. So those are the kind of things that I had to deal with, and people they didn't know about. They thought people actually, especially other Pirates fans, they thought that like I went AWOL, now I don't care about the team. But actually at the time, people just wanted to make me look bad. So I used to struggle a lot. You know, I used to be frustrated a lot because I wouldn't have a chance to say anything. They'll tell me about the history of Pirates, who has played there, what they've done, and who am I? I haven't done anything for Pirates. It was hurtful because I was playing, you know, I was giving everything. Yeah, I think you were the team, probably at your best, yeah, everybody knows that I was doing everything, and I don't understand why I was dropped an opportunity to go overseas. And I ended up saying something that was very stupid at the time. I said, listen guys, let me just go, and then if I do fail, I can actually sign a contract now that when I come back to South Africa, I'll play for Orlando Pirates. That's it. Even if I do fail this season, I'll come back and play here. Whenever I decide to come back to South Africa, I'll play for Orlando Pirates. That's how desperate you were. Exactly. They didn't buy it. And then, you know, they end up saying that, you know what, we spoke to Jomo. Jomo actually said he would give you number 10, and I didn't care about the number 10. So it was an R before in your salary, there was R, and then in the emails there was an E. You see? so now I wanted to be selfish. And in fact, I started being selfish and thinking of myself, not the team, because I realized that the team actually isn't looking out for me the way that it's supposed to. And at that time, Innocent Mdlele went to Portsmouth for trials. And none of the team that wanted me wanted for trial. They just wanted to buy me outright. I just get them, do medicals, and that's it. But all these other players, they're going out for trials, and they come back. Like, I didn't understand. So the only thing that I knew at the time was just to keep quiet and bottle everything up and try and play the game. But it started affecting my game. And I became friends with alcohol, and it was very nice to me. No, seriously, she was always there. Always. Yeah, Tops was always open for me. Nice. So, because at the time I couldn't go to the clubs, or I couldn't go to anybody to speak to about this issue, because I felt like I was misunderstood. So what's the point? You know. So I ended up being a small alcoholic nyana in the house because I wasn't even allowed to train. And all this time in your hands. Yeah. So I wasn't allowed to train, and people were actually asking why I'm not training. Yeah. But the team will always, you know, give statements in the newspapers about my situation. Sure. But the situation that was supposed to be spoken about was not spoken about. Exactly. So now I started drinking alcohol. And started having friends. Started having friends, you know. We're gonna get there. Alright, cool.